Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to the Wreath Workshop. I am Ashley Greenwood with Three Little Greenwoods Creations, and today we are going to be making mini arrangements for Valentine's Day. So come on in and let me know where you're watching from. Say hi. If you're watching right now, chances are you're probably going to be watching the replay over on Facebook, because I take my videos from TikTok and I repurpose them and share them with my Facebook family as well. So come on in and let's get started. Today we are going to be making mini Valentine's Day arrangements. So I have some very Valentine-y colors that we will be using, including some really pretty purple peonies. That was kind of jacked up. I would totally use my steamer on that one. And then we've got some red roses. Aren't these pretty? Guys, my t-shirt, so super cute. I ordered it from my favorite t-shirt company, Peach Marketplace. There's a link in my profile for you to go check them out. All right, so purple and red, that's just so pretty together. I grabbed a whole bunch of stuff like I always do, because honestly, I never know what I'm going to use and what I'm not going to use. I'm definitely going to use these two. I also grabbed a whole pile of little mini white creamish colored roses that I thought might look pretty in there. We have some pink greenery. And then the last thing that we have are, make sure nothing falls over, I got a eucalyptus garland that came from Hobby Lobby. I love using garlands in my arrangements, in my wreaths. They're so fun and easy to cut apart and use any way that you want to. And one more garland that I really love a lot. It's actually from the wedding section of Hobby Lobby. It's shipped like this because I order a lot of mine online. Hold on. Let me get my scissors out so I can just cut this off so you guys can see it. I want you to think about garlands because they are really fun to cut apart and make little pieces, especially for arrangements. Wait a minute. It's not cooperating. So guys, come on in and let me know where you're watching from. I have my wreath business in my home in South Carolina. I am a kindergarten teacher turned wreath maker, turned small business owner, and now I'm sharing my love of wreath making with you guys. Look at this really pretty baby's breath garland. You get so many pieces out of this. So that is a great hack to use garlands to cut apart and to put into your arrangements or your wreaths. Let's move this over here. I've got all of these pushed to the side. The containers that we are using for our mini arrangements are mini containers. They're really small. I have already filled them with spray foam. This is spray foam. It comes from the home improvement department or the home improvement store. It's actually called Gaps and Cracks. It takes a little bit of prep time because you have to prep this and spray it all out, and it has to dry for at least 24 hours, probably longer than that, to make sure it is dry inside, but I love using it. To me, this stuff is so much easier to use than using regular floral foam that you have to fit into pieces. Some good stuff. I actually have an ebook and video telling you how to use it. It's in my Etsy shop. You can go check that out. Serrated kitchen knife. What would we do without serrated kitchen knives? You're going to notice that some of the foam is risen over the top of my container. I'm just going to cut it off evenly, very carefully, by taking my serrated kitchen knife and just cutting it down. See? It's just foam inside. It's beautiful stuff. I love using it. Who else has used floral foam in your designs, in your arrangements, in your wreath business? Let me know. Here's another one that's coming out of the top. I'm going to trim this off. Just a little bit, and this one's good to go. I'm just going to leave that one alone. Now, you might be asking, why do I have 3 little containers? Well, here's how I like to design these little mini arrangements. I like to do them 3 at a time, so that when I'm listing them in my Etsy shop, I've got 3 mini arrangements all ready to go. I can make sure that they look as closely alike as possible by doing them all at one time. Someone is asking, what is this floral foam magic called? It is called Gaps and Cracks. You can find it at Lowe's, Home Depot, Walmart. You just read the instructions, okay? Because, things are dangerous sometimes. You don't want to get it in your hair or on your skin. You just fill up your containers about 3/4 of the way full. Again, I have an ebook telling all the tricks to use it, and then you let it dry. It expands, it rises. That's why some of it goes above, and I had to cut it off, but it's super easy to use. Okay, let's get started with our little mini containers. Push all of this to the side. Now, right off camera, here, I'll move the camera so you guys can see just a little bit better. There is my hot glue skillet. That's what I use to dip all of my florals in to put them in my containers, okay? I don't use a glue gun. I put my glue sticks into that glue skillet. And then it melts it all up for me. My hands are free. It's a beautiful thing. Let's get all of these out of the way. Yes, gaps and cracks. Hello, my friend Ladybug Lorraine. I think I said that right. Oh my gosh. I have a hard time with names sometimes. Okay, here's my 3 little containers. Let's start by laying just a small layer, thin layer of moss. I keep my moss in my old kindergarten teacher bucket. It's a big block of moss. And I am simply just going to very lightly cover the tops of these. This is going to hide that floral foam. Just a little bit, not a lot. And if it falls off as you're working, it is okay. Oh, thanks, Ladybug. Not Ladybug. Laverne. Got it. Don't forget to tap the screen. Someone says I'm awesome. Thank you so much. When you tap this screen, it shoots the video out to more people. So if you have friends that you think would like to learn more about wreath making, tapping on the screen will help them see what I'm doing. All right, there we go. These little mini arrangements are really great to put in your Etsy shop for craft fairs. They're just small little arrangements that you can use. They're really easy to make. They're a great price point because there's not much in them. All right, here we go. 3 things. Let's start out with the purple peonies. Aren't these pretty? What a beautiful color. I would like to get 3 of the dark purple peonies. We're going to use purple peonies and the red roses in this arrangement. Gosh, I wish I'd gotten my steamer out and steamed these, but we're just going to go for it. So I have a small handheld steamer that is downstairs because my mother was helping me, and they just make these look so much better. But isn't that pretty? Okay, let's get started. This is going to be like my anchor piece that I'm going to put in the middle. I'm going to put one of these in the middle of each one of these little arrangements, dipping it in my hot glue skillet. Just like that. These colors are so, so pretty together. So who likes to get flowers for Valentine's Day? Who has a special someone that gives them flowers for Valentine's Day? You guys are going to laugh when you hear what I say, because I don't like flowers for Valentine's Day. They are not my thing. I don't like fresh flowers because they die so quickly. So my husband knows, no fresh flowers. We actually spend Valentine's Day at home with our children. We make a chocolate fondue with lots of yummy little things to go in it. And that has been our Valentine's Day for years. Just the 5 of us with our little things. You love them. You have rose trees in your backyard and make arrangements. I bet that is beautiful. Diane, I think that's your name. Where did I get my bouquet from? Gosh, I can't remember. Probably Sims Pottery, maybe. That's a wholesale company. So each one of my little containers has a purple peony. Good morning, Tammy, or good afternoon, Tammy. You love fresh flowers and your children come through for you. Good job, children. This is a partial bush from Hobby Lobby. Aren't those pretty? Hobby Lobby. Oh my goodness. They were $12 for the bush, and they happen to have 6 roses on there, which is perfect because I'm going to use 2 roses per little arrangement, per mini arrangement. Throw that away. Let's cut the price tag off so we don't forget. Hello to Miami. Thanks so much for hanging out with me. Guys, it is finally a sunshiny day here in South Carolina. It has been, well, now that I say that, I look out the window and it's not sunshiny anymore. It was sunshiny and it was so great. We're kind of tired of the rain and the yuckiness. So pretty. Laverne, oh my gosh, I'm so sorry, buys fresh flowers and she puts them on her table. But that is so pretty. All right, now I'm going to do the same thing in all of these. Going to put them down in there. Kind of sort of making a little triangle. Let's take this leaf off. Only one red rose, and I love you for 40 years on Valentine's Day. Oh, you miss your husband? I bet you do. That is so sweet. I'm gonna have to cut this a little bit shorter. I'm going to give it a spin. There we go. I like that one sitting straight up. So here is what we have so far. Making our little triangle. Let's do it with our other 2. This is what we call batch working, when we are making more than one thing at the same time. That way, I don't have to go back and guess about what did I use? Do I have any more? It's all right here for me. And I can make 3 of these and then list them in my Etsy shop. Oh, that's a little too long. Just dipping it in my hot glue. Who out there has a hot glue skillet that they use for their crafting now? I bet a lot of people got them for Christmas. Hello, Stephanie from Farmhouse Florals. Welcome to the Wreath Workshop. I got on my cute new t-shirt. I got straight hair today because I had a meeting. And yeah, getting out some really cute floral arrangements before I have to go and pick my children up from school. Our second son, he's going to start his driver's ed course in a couple of weeks after Valentine's Day. And maybe then I will not have to do afternoon pickup anymore. Laverne's got her a hot glue skillet. It's a beautiful thing, isn't it, friend? So when you use the spray foam, it works just like floral foam that you get from Hobby Lobby. And it just holds everything so nicely. Lots of glue strings. I'm going to hold on to these leaves just in case I might need them. I'm not going to use any more of these, I don't think. So we can put those over there. Now, since we've got our anchor flowers, let's go back in and fill around the bases of these little arrangements. Stephanie says she needs to try the foam. I love the foam, but you know, there is a little bit of a learning curve. You gotta like do what it says on the instructions. It does take a while for it to dry, like at least 24 hours. I usually wait 48 just to make sure. When I am doing floral arrangements, I love to use my steel picks machine. Oh my goodness, there's people outside fussing about my trash cans that are on the curb. Bless it. Okay. Focus. Focus, focus. Whenever I am doing arrangements, I like to use my Steel Picks machine. This is an investment. It was over $200. I got it from Hobby Lobby. People say that you can find them for better prices at different places. I think I was just tired of waiting and I bought one. But I love to use it for arrangements like this. This is garland from Hobby Lobby. I'm going to cut it into small pieces and use it to go around the base of my arrangements. You couldn't live without your Steel Picks machine? Girl, I love it. It was one of those things that I told myself, you don't really need it. You don't really need it. But then I got it. And it is one of my favorite things. It's like, you know, the glue skillet that we didn't know we needed till we got it and we need it. You have this garland, isn't it pretty? So look, I just cut little pieces and I'm going to put a Steel Picks on it. Respect the steel pick, okay? This sucker is extraordinarily sharp. It will slice your fingers open. Ask me how, I know. So just be aware. So I'm going to take my steel pick with my garland piece and I'm going to go around the bottom edges. Just like that. Okay. So let's get another piece. Around the edges. Who out there makes little arrangements? I love making little arrangements. They are super fast. They're really easy. Doesn't take a whole lot of product to make them. And these are really good little gifts for you to give out at Valentine's Day. Maybe send one to your best friend. Make one. Take one to your best friend. Your mother. Your mother lives far away. These would be really, really good. Stephanie says she makes some arrangements, but not a lot. I like arrangements because you can use up things that you've got laying around. It's one of those really good things to do when you have just lots of different pieces. Oh wow, Julia says she made the arrangements for her wedding and everything in your home. Oh my goodness, how fun is that? I think that if I had been doing this when we got married, I totally would have done the same thing. Because you can make it look like what you want. You can't find your Steel Picks machine. Oh no. Let's cut some more pieces. Let's make this extra long. I'm gonna put this one right in the middle. Your fingers don't work as well as they used to. I'm so sorry about that. Hello, my friend Cheryl. Welcome. I'm putting this piece down right in the middle. Sam's spring ribbon is out. I know. I went to my Sam's yesterday. They didn't have it out yet. And they are going to be sick of me going in and asking those sweet girls at the customer service desk when the ribbon's coming in. They were so patient with me at Christmas, bless their heart. I went in there every other day until the Christmas ribbon came in. I'm going to try to be good and not go crazy like I tell you guys not to do. Texas Mama says that she make big and little arrangements for your church. Also made your bouquets and items for your wedding. I love you crafty people. That is awesome. What color was your wedding? And was it recently? I had one of my nieces ask me to do the florals for her wedding, and it scared the bejesus out of me. It was a gorgeous wedding. Oh my gosh, her florals were fantastic. But she had like 7 or 8 bridesmaids, and she doesn't live in my state, and I was just like, oh my goodness, I don't think I could do that. If you're using picks, why do you also use the hot glue? That's a good question. I think it's just out of habit. I don't want them to come out. But you know, I bet if I stuck them down in there with just the picks, I bet they would stay. I should try that one day. And skip the glue. Alright, so here's what we have. Lots of greenery. 3 florals. My son's sending me his midterm exam grades. He's trying to stay out of trouble. Let's do it with this one right here. We have 3 children, which is why my business is 3 little Greenwoods. They're not so little anymore. And our oldest is in college. This is freshman year. Our second son is a sophomore, and our daughter, she's in middle school. So she's a middle school girl. That's all I'm going to say about that. 28 years ago, her wedding was 28 years ago. It was mauve, and you did your niece's wedding a couple of years ago. Jack Greenwood. That's my son that's messaging me his final exam grades. Get off of your phone. Y'all, I swear, he better be on break. You better be on break, son. All right, guys, back to regularly scheduled programming where the children don't interrupt me. I'm taking pieces of my garland and going all the way around. A 94 in entrepreneurship. Good job. I am proud of you, honey. I'm going to put this one in the center because it's kind of tall. Just adding a little bit of height to the center. Remember, I am doing this all at the same time. This is called batch work. It saves so much time. And at the end of this, I am going to be able to list 3 of these cute little arrangements. In my Etsy shop. I sell on the Etsy platform. That's where I host my wreath making business. Etsy is the only place that I sell. And I love it. Thank you, Laverne. Is he interested in what I'm doing? I don't know, y'all. He is a fantastic cook. So maybe he should learn about entrepreneurship. He likes to cook things and then sometimes he likes to eat them. He's our picky eater, which drives his mama crazy. There we go. All right, let's cut some more of our garland. What tool am I using? Sorry. This is called a steel picks machine. It applies a extremely sharp metal pick to my greenery, my florals. It works really, really well. No one eats the same thing at your house. It is hard to cook. Yeah, I've just given up with all that. I make food. I make dinner for my husband and myself, and I tell the children that it's ready, and if they want to come, they can. If they want to eat what we're eating, they can, or they can find something different and then come and eat with us. That would be awesome. It is hard to find something that everyone likes. Definitely. You're welcome. Guys, if you have any questions while I am working, just drop them in the chat. I'm trying to work and answer questions at the same time. Hold on, someone has a question. Let me put this in here first. Do you get more for your money by using the garlands? I think so, yes. I think so, yeah. I haven't done the math, but I think you do because you can cut them up into different pieces. Now, when I shop at Hobby Lobby, I try really, really hard to only buy florals when they are marked 50% off. That's real important. Push that down. Okay, so this one is done. Cute little tin container. How do you first start your flower stockpile? That is a great question. Gosh. Well, okay, let me see. First off, you have to be 3 months in advance. So right now I am working on summer, spring and summer. So I would first come up with what type of wreath you would like to make. Think of, you're going to need a focal flower, like a large head flower. And then you can choose a smaller flower to go with it that coordinates. And then some greenery, maybe a couple of different types of greenery. And I always recommend to buy supplies to make one wreath at a time. That way you don't get overwhelmed with the amount of supplies that you have. So let me say that, let me see if I can say that differently. Go to Hobby Lobby, go to Michael's, walk around and find some florals that you like, maybe like a large floral, like a big Gerber daisy or some roses, and then get a smaller flower to go with it, maybe even a smaller than that flower, so 3 different flowers, 2 different types of greenery, and then go home and have fun. Yes, thrillers, fillers, and spillers. Very good. Thank you. It's really easy to go overboard when you are purchasing flowers, ribbons. Oh my goodness, Sam's ribbon. So you have to be careful. You don't want to go into debt making pretty things. I have some tutorials that you guys can watch over on YouTube if you want to see some wreath tutorials, okay? Almost finished going all the way around this little arrangement with this greenery. Trying to make sure my floral foam is covered up. There we go. Pushing that down in there. Got just a little bit more space right here. I need to fill it in. Years ago, it was 3 of each. Is that different now? No, you can use 3 of each. You can use 3 different flowers and 3 different greeneries. But when you're first starting out, that can be maybe just a little overwhelming to try to think of it that way. All right, one more piece of the greenery. Down in there. Okay, so I've got greenery going all the way around. Now, some of these pieces might be a little bit too long, but we can take care of that in just a little bit. You can always trim your pieces off. Lord at the glue strings. Okay. Let's move this big thing over here. Next. One second, please. Some really pretty mini roses. Let's just see how these look. These came from my wholesale company, Sims Pottery. Dollar Tree has quite the selection too for playing around to start out. That is a really good idea. Going to get some really inexpensive florals at a place like the dollar store just to play around with and have some fun. Ooh, isn't that pretty? Look how that pops. 3 of the same flower. No, I was talking about 3 florals that coordinate together. Okay, let's cut this up. When you're first starting out. Laverne says, not the Dollar Tree where she lives. That is really pretty. Okay, let's add this. Pushing it down in there. These remind me of these little pink wild roses that would grow at my grandmother's house. They were about that big. Working on odd numbers is easier on the eye for arranging. Yes, I agree with that. That's why I put 3, like 2 roses and the purple peony. It makes a prettier arrangement, doesn't it? Let's give this a little bit of life by moving some of these branches around. Cutting off some of these extra leaves. Let's put that right in there. just like that. I'm trying to read you guys your comments, everyone. So what has everyone been working on? Have you moved on to spring and summer? Do you make Valentine arrangements? Do you make Valentine wreaths? Let me know. Let's turn that hot glue skillet back up. Let's put one right here. Stephanie is working on spring and summer. Yeah, me too, girl. Trying to get some stuff listed in the Etsy shop. I really need to. A good friend of mine who is also a wreath maker, I was chatting with her today, and she said that she's going to focus on Easter. And I thought, oh my gosh, totally forgot about Easter. I have some really cute Easter designs I need to get out. Taking photos and listing takes a long time. Yes, it does, my friend. Takes a very long time, and I edit all of my pictures before I put them on Etsy because I want them to look really, really good, which takes even longer, but I think it's worth it. You have one Easter already, one Easter design already. You have to see how fast it sells, right? Keeping an eye on the time, because you know I gotta go pick up the children. Okay, let's turn this around. I love, love, love those pops of white. What program do I use to edit? So I am old school because a long time ago, well, I still have it. I have a blog called 3 Little Greenwoods. It's where I host my my wreath tutorials. Goodness, I can't talk today. I use Pic Monkey, P-I-C Monkey. That's what I have used for years and years and years and years. I know a lot of people use Canva. Some people use Lightroom. Lightroom seems like it's got a big learning curve, and I've never used Lightroom. But I would love to hear what you guys use. What do you guys use to edit your pictures? Those of you who are Etsy people and are listing on Etsy. What do you guys use? You love the spring wreath I made for my front door. Thank you. Which one was that? Help me remember. Help me remember which one it was, Laverne. I really liked the pink and purple one. I thought that was so very pretty. Lightroom is easier if you have a good preset to use. Well, thank you, Julia. I started using that, or was trying to use it, and I got really overwhelmed. And when I get overwhelmed, I just walk away. And I just walked away. Thank you, Debbie. I'm so glad you're here to enjoy watching me make things. This is really too little, so I'm going to put a Steel Pix on there. Oh, the big bows. Okay, is that one right there? Isn't that so pretty? Oh my goodness. I am already selling that on Etsy. I had to make make another one. Let's put this one over here. Squeeze it right up under there. All right, so here's what we have so far. We have our purple peony, our red roses, and our little white roses. I'm looking to see, there's like a dark space right here. Let's fix that. Let's put another rose right there. Yep, that wreath behind me, it's already on Etsy if you guys want to make. Creative Christine is asking, how many do I make of the same wreath to sell? Well, I start off by just making one. And then if I have the supplies and I can make more than one, then I list it as 2. But I don't make wreaths until I get the order in. Does that make sense? It's easier for me to store the supplies than it is to store pre-made wreaths. So I don't make them until I get the orders in. You're very welcome. Are these real flowers? They're not. But aren't they pretty? Those little cream roses look really, really pretty on camera. All right, let's fill this one in with something pretty. So, I'm trying to decide what I want to use. I have this bush. Oh my goodness. Where did this come from? I have no idea. It is I think it came from Pioneer Wholesale. It is a hedge parsley bush, but I like it because it has the pink pieces on there. All right, let's think about this. Do I want to use this in here? How many pieces can I get off of it? Everything that you add into your arrangement goes into the cost of how you price things. So you gotta be thoughtful about, do I really want to add a bush that might be pricier into my little arrangement? Let's see what it looks like. I'm gonna cut some pieces off. And I'm going to cut this in half because I really want to get the most bang for my buck. So this is plastic, but look how pretty that is. I really like that. Let's see what it looks like down in here. I like it. Let's add them. Let's add it all around. Again, that came from, I'm pretty sure this came from Pioneer Wholesale, which is a wholesale account, and you have to have your resale license to purchase from them. But if you are selling, you are in business, so go get your resale license. Do the right thing, okay? Let's put that right there. This is going to add a lot of wispiness to the arrangement. What do you guys think? Can you see it? I like that. That is very pretty. I'm going to have to put at least 3 pieces in here because you know the law of 3. Odd pieces do look better than even pieces. This in the middle, coming up like that. It is so full. Did I say Pioneer Wholesale? Yes, I did. They are a wonderful place to get florals. You have to have your resale license. You have to send them documentation that you have your resale license. They have a beautiful website, which, you know, I really appreciate. I am looking for dark holes to fill in. This is kind of like asparagus. It's like asparagus fern. Do I plan on adding a ribbon? I don't think so. I think I'm going to leave a ribbon out of this one. I'm looking for places to add. That's pretty right there. If I was going to add a ribbon or a bow, I would choose one that was really thin, like the 7/8 ribbon. That would be cute. I have done that before. This part right here is bugging me. I have one more thing I want to add. Okay, I'm going to stop with the little parsley hedge. And I'm going to go back in with that other garland that I showed you at the beginning of the tutorial. Let me cut a piece off. So this is a garland of baby's breath. It actually came from Hobby Lobby in the wedding section, and I'm going to be cutting small pieces of this to fill in around the base and a little bit in the middle. Just cutting those pieces off. Definitely I'm going to have to use a steel pick machine for this, because these are some little nubby nubs. See, just little pieces of that. That's really going to brighten up the arrangement. My shirt is cute, isn't it cute? It came from my favorite t-shirt company, Peach Marketplace. You can find a link to them in my profile, my homepage here on TikTok. I have ordered shirts from them forever. All right, so I'm gonna go in on the bottom and look for holes, basically. And I'm gonna fill it in with that little touch of white. Yes, this is a steel pix machine, P-I-X. Yep, P-I-X. You can get them on, I think you can find them on Amazon. I got mine from Hobby Lobby. Some people find them on eBay for a steal, and I'm so jealous of them. When I got mine, I had been saving for a while, and I was just tired of, waiting, so I got it. Do the pigs add much to the price point? That is a really good question. I haven't thought about that. I should think about that. I do include an amount for like glue sticks and stuff, so maybe I would include that in there. They are not cheap, girl. You are exactly right. What does it add to the bottom? Hold on, I'll show you. So the Steel Pix machine adds a extremely sharp metal pick to the bottom of my little pieces. And it makes it perfect for making arrangements. Lord at the glue strings, y'all. This is really pretty. When I get off with y'all, after I go get the children, I'm gonna need to make my other two arrangements to make it look like that. I'm just looking for dark holes. So pretty. There is some currently on eBay for around $80. That is awesome. Make sure it has the weight on the top. That's what everybody says, to make sure it has the weight on the top. I don't think it can work without the weight, so just beware. Okay, I'm going to cut some more off of my garland piece over here. I order a lot of my things online, even from Hobby Lobby and Michael's. And I ordered this not too long ago. See, it's just a piece of garland. Stephanie says she's gone through 3 pick machines. Oh my goodness. You love my shirt. Peach Marketplace. Isn't that pretty? I just got it, so I have to wear it. When I taught preschool and kindergarten, I wore super cute little shirts like this all the time. And now that I am at home and working by myself with the dog, I still like to wear cute shirts. Okay, let's pull this apart. There we go. I want kind of a taller piece of this to go in the middle. Stephanie's laughing. All right. I'm gonna pull this piece off too, just like that. And I think it'll be really pretty right here in the middle. I'm gonna have to put a steel pick on it, definitely. And let's see. Sometimes I have a little trick that I do. So here is my piece of garland. That is not very long at all. That's why I have to add a steel pick to it. But I want it to be even longer, okay? So I'm going to take a nub, line it up with the stem of my garland, okay? Lay it in my steel pick machine. Oh, come on. And make it into one piece. Okay, it worked. Whew. So now it's a little bit more sturdier, and I have a longer piece because I want to add this down into the middle. And it needs to get through all of this stuff. Don't get burned. Hot glue is hot. Oh, it's so pretty. All right, guys. That is really cute. I love it. I just had a thought. Stephanie says she doesn't know why she tears hers up. Because that's just what we do. I'm thinking. So I have this left, right? And I'm trying to decide if I want another one. Someone is teleworking today and it's freezing. She is wrapped up in a blanket shirt. You obviously don't live in the South, right? Okay, I'm just playing around. Yay or nay? It seems a little lopsided. She says, nope, she lives in New York. Hold on. Move this over. Look better the other way. Nay, nay, nay. Okay. Y'all are crushing my dreams. All right. Here we go. I don't like that. So watch what I do. I'm going to kill it. And let's add another piece of this really pretty garland in there. I bet it is cold there in New York. Okay, I'm going to add some more of this right in here because it's looking really, really dark. And then we're going to be finished. That is super cute. So this is what I call a mini arrangement. What would I sell this for? I'm not sure. I have to figure out what all I put in here. I gotta figure that out first. So the way that I price my items, whether it's wreaths or arrangements, is I think about all of the things that I put into my piece. And then I times it by 3. That is how I get the price for what I am putting in my Etsy shop. That includes the shipping when I times it by 3. So that's how I do it. Now when I first started out and I didn't think I was very good, I wasn't very good. I didn't know what I was doing. And when I first started out, I would times my total by 2, and that is what I would list it for. And then I got a little bit better, and I would times my total by 2.5. And now that I've been doing this for a while, and I know how to price things, I times everything by 3. So I hope that answered your question. All right, guys, thanks so much for hanging out with me. I am going to go back and finish up these other 2 arrangements after I get back from picking my children up from school. You have a question about free shipping. What is it, Stephanie? Lay it on me. Let's see if I can figure out what the answer is. By the way, this thing right here, I love it. Love it. All right, Stephanie says she's going to message me. All right, everyone, have a fantastic afternoon. I go live here on TikTok on Mondays about 10 o'clock in the morning, Eastern Standard Time, and Thursdays at 1:30 Eastern Standard Time. Have a great day, and if you're looking for a sweet little arrangement, I got you. Check it out on the Etsy shop. Bye, everyone. Have a great day.